Hey guys, so first of all, it's been a while since I've done a makeup video, and these are like some of my favorite to do. But basically what I wanted to do today is just kind of walk through my makeup routine and tell you guys what I think you should and should not splurge on, because there's a lot of stuff that is totally unnecessary to spend money on, but there's also a lot of stuff that I think it's very necessary to spend money on. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So first off, moisturizer. I have yet to find one that is, let's say, drugstore level that I'm like obsessed with. And also I just have to say, if you splurge on it, your skin looks better. Like when I went and got my Botox done last time, my doctor literally was like, what have you been doing? Your skin looks really good. And not gonna lie, I really think it's this guy. I definitely think you should splurge on your moisturizer because your skin is your main canvas. And also the product itself just lasts longer as far as the amount you're getting and how little you have to use every time. So definitely if you can splurge, because your canvas, again, that's like the most important part. Okay, so I had to go to Ulta today because I was out of some stuff. So this is what I use. I've used this for a while. I use this as both an eyeshadow primer and a concealer, and this to me warrants splurging on it because this is the Urban Decay All Nighter concealer. This warrants me splurging on it because I use it for two different things, and no other concealer I've found works as well as an eyeshadow primer as this one does, as well as a concealer. It's basically like you're getting two in one. So by the time you buy a drugstore concealer and an eyeshadow primer, you're gonna be at the same price point as just one of these. So I would recommend doing that. Oh, that reminds me, beauty blenders. So I used to be a huge, like, spend money on them, like, because I hadn't found these yet, but these are actually the Amazon brand. They're called Beauty blenders, and they are softer than the ones I was using before. And for a five pack, so this is like one in there, this whole pack was $7, and they're all different firmness. And also they have a multi-pack with, this one's really dirty, I'm not gonna use it, but it has a flat side that is also, I think this pack was $6, and it comes with 4 and like a little kabuki brush. But guys, I literally feel like such an idiot for spending as much money on beauty blenders as I did before, because these things are insane. They're so good. Okay, so brushes in general, I don't think you should splurge on, just because, you know, when you're washing them so much, it is what it is. I personally love buying my makeup brushes at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's, or just like, they always have them, and I feel like I go through them so much. Also though, Morphe has really good inexpensive brushes, so I don't think that's something that you necessarily need to splurge on. It's all about how you use your tools. Eyeshadow, okay. So this depends on what brands you're using if you're gonna splurge or save. For me personally, my favorite shadows are Morphe, which are very inexpensive, and Anastasia Beverly Hills. Those two formulas for me blend out the best. They last the longest. So I guess it depends, like, if you're buying Anastasia, that is a splurge, but Morphe does not have to be. This palette, I think, was $20. It's lasted me. I've had it for like a year. I use it almost every day. So yeah, and Morphe has like the tinier palettes. Like, you definitely do not have to splurge on Morphe products, but they're some of my favorites. So I've been really into this. It's kind of like a mauve pink smoky look. A nice little pop of color. I'm also like very excited for fall, I think. Channeling it in my makeup. So now I've got that all over my lids. I'm gonna go in with just like a little bit darker of like a warmer mauve brown color and just put it on the outside. And then I'm gonna go with like a really dark brown and just put it on the edges, like so. Okay, so we're gonna come back to the eyeshadow after have the concealer on, but I'm gonna blend everything out. Okay, so we've got shadow on, so next, okay, so foundation, primer, foundation are the two most important things because like I said, your canvas is what everything else goes off of. So if your canvas isn't strong and holding, nothing else will. So this is the Amazing Cosmetics Glow Primer. I talk about this all the time because it's my favorite. I used to use the Smashbox Radiance Primer and that was $40 and I was like, oh, that sucks. And it just wasn't as much product. But this I actually love better. And if you use my codes, it works all over Amazing Cosmetics website, but it gets you this big thing, which lasts me like 4 months for like 20 bucks. And guys, I'm telling you, once you use it, you will not go back. And that also is nice because it's like kind of a splurge, but not really because there is so much product in here. So by the time you bought 2 drugstore primers, you'd be at the same price as this Amazing Cosmetics primer, but this is gonna last you longer and it's just like an amazing product. Also, I've never been like a fan of applying my primer with a beauty blender and I don't know why. I just feel like I need to get it in like all the all the nooks. Okay, so as you can see, this has like a sheen to it, but it's not overwhelming. And then with your foundation on top, it's gonna make your foundation look so glowy. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry for just a little second. And then, also I was out of this today too. I feel like I'm always out of 2 main players at the same time. It's like never one at a time. It's always like foundation and concealer or eyeshadow and blush. Like it's never like, I'm still team Estee Lauder Double Wear. Again, this stuff just doesn't move. It just doesn't move. Like I've played shows like in hot weather wearing this stuff, doesn't move. It's like, I don't know how it works. It's truly magic. So yeah, definitely, like I'm not saying everybody go out and like buy Estee Lauder, but you can, if you have a Macy's near you, you can go in, get color matched, and they give you a like a week free little sample to try, which I would recommend doing because this stuff, or just like, this sounds bad, but if you like really like it and you don't, you know, you're not in like the position to splurge on it, just go get that, try it out, see if you like it, and then just save it for, you know, if you know you have like a big event or, you know, you have an event that like you really need your makeup to look good for. Once I did my friend's makeup for her wedding and I told every single one of, including the bride, I told all of them to just go to Macy's, get color matched and get the free sample just so I could do it for their wedding. So they didn't have to go out all and buy like a full thing of foundation, and it worked really well. This also is a full coverage foundation, which I love. I know that, you know, people with freckles tend to like lighter coverage to medium, but I like full coverage. And I have my McDonald's large Diet Coke. Is anyone surprised? I didn't think so. Okay, so now for concealer. This is another thing that I would recommend splurging on at least one. Like for example, if you end up getting this, the all-nighter concealer, then you can mix 2. Ooh, man, I got foundation all over my nails. If you got this, like if you're using it as your primer and your concealer, I definitely would suggest having at least one of your concealers be higher end because it does last longer, kind of like the same thing as the foundation. So if you got this or you're planning on getting this and for your primer and your concealer, then you can mix it with like any drugstore one because this stuff, like, it's really good. But I'm still a fan of the Marc Jacobs concealer. This one just like blends out really well and it just like looks really good on me, like my skin type personally. See, now what I do is I take this because it's mixing and it also brightens it up a little. It's definitely one of those things that I think you should have at least one good one just for staying power, because I kind of have yet to find one that, like drugstore one that I really, really love.
But I'll tell you when I do, because I want you. Don't have a good reason for that night. Me in his bed with you on my mind. What did I let me do?
Okay, so now we are all blended out with the concealer. Now it's time for setting powder. So this for me is personally like, I feel like most setting powders are the same, which I know that's not accurate. I mean, like, I will say I like some better than others. You know, like I really liked the Hourglass setting powder a lot. Fenty is my personal favorite, but whenever I've had to use, like I've used the Revlon Candid before, the No. 7 setting powder, like I like them all. There's never been a setting powder that I've been like, wow, it didn't really set. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that you should just save on this one. Put it more, like put all your money towards, you know, a good foundation, because that's really what's staying on your face. I will say though, I am a cult follower of the Fenty, just because that's the one I keep rebuying. But if I, you know, tomorrow was like, oh, I'm gonna not splurge on a setting powder, I think I would probably go for the Revlon Candid. That was my favorite drugstore. Okay, so next I'm gonna do a layer of colored powder, and this, hands down, save your money, because again, I feel like all powders are basically the same if you're putting them on top of a good foundation. So my favorite is Revlon PhotoReady. I know I talk about this all the time. I've used it since I was in high school. If they ever stop carrying it, I will be very sad. I used to use like MAC powder. I used to use Makeup Forever's powder, like color powder, and y'all, I'm telling you, I always come back to it. So if you haven't tried it, I would definitely recommend trying it, especially if it's at CVS or Walgreens, like a nice BOGO. Okay, so now we're gonna go in and it's time for contour. So I really, really want the Chanel bronzer. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like everybody uses it, but I just can't wrap my mind around spending $50 on a jar of bronzer. Like maybe one day I'll bite the bullet and do it, but it's not today. For me personally, I think bronzer is one of those things that you can save on. I really like the NYX bronzer, but the only reason I don't buy it is because it doesn't last as long. The actual amount of product doesn't last as long. That's why okay, so I know I talk about all the time how long, washing it off, how long this stuff has lasted me, but you guys, I swear, I bought this in November of 2019, okay? And I still have not hit pan. I still haven't hit pan. So yes, this bronzer might be $40, but it's lasted me 10 months. It's like, it's gonna last me a year. So honestly, like that is worth it to me.
Take me back to where
I will say though, I like having a different color, like a little bit darker of a bronzer to put kind of like here, help define cheekbones a little bit more. So that for me is Hoola. Love Hoola by Benefit. But again, I could use the NYX with that. I honestly don't notice a difference between bronzers, but again, it's really funny actually. The more I'm talking about this, the more I realize I buy the higher end stuff because it just lasts me longer. There's more product in it. Okay, next for highlight. Highlight, for some reason I have a weird complex with highlight. Like I'm always out to find like the best highlight. My favorite, I don't have a favorite. Like that's the thing. So I personally say that you can save on your highlight. I love this Revlon Skin Lights highlight. This one is like so pretty. It looks like exactly this color. It looks exactly like Champagne Pop by Becca. It's Twilight Gleam, and it's so, look at that. Woo! If you haven't tried this, it's good. So pretty. So definitely save on your highlight. And again, try the, I'm like a really big Revlon fan. Okay, so blush, another thing, save your money. My favorite is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush. So I know I talk about this all the time, but I'm still using the blush in this palette. I almost bought some more today that was like in a little round thing, just so I don't have to like carry around this palette anymore. Because right now the blush is the only thing I'm using in it, but like there's still so much left and I just like, it's a waste of money. Yeah, the butter blush is my fave, and I'm pretty sure when I was looking it was like $15 for the blush, which is good. So yeah, Physicians Formula, save your money, amazing blush. Okay, so for your brows, this is gonna be something that I would say splurge on your tools, but the actual product you can save on. So you really just need a great angle brush. That is like the main focus of my tools. But the actual brow stuff that I use is this Amazing Cosmetics brow, and it's in the color 04. But see, the importance of the angle brush is because that's what you're using to define your actual brow. Not everybody likes to fill in their brows, but I do personally, just because mine are like weirdly spotty.
Tonight.
I was gonna wait for the weekend. Then I got a feeling I might.
Also, as I've gotten older, I'm literally starting to bald in my lashes in the front, or my brows in the front right here, and I don't know why, and I'm like, great, love it, love my life. So I pull the shading down. I keep it lighter than the rest, and I pull it to line up with right here.
And up here together, it feels like I've known you forever. We could take all day and night, 'cause I wanna do this right.
And again, my code for Amazing Cosmetics works all over the site, so you can get this brow stuff for a good price too. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you how I do this one eyebrow. So then I use this, the Benefit Precisely Brow Pencil, because it's really, really thin. But when I got this was like the only brand that made the really, really thin fine point pencils. But now I've seen so many drugstore brands making it, so when I have to repurchase, I'm definitely gonna get a drugstore brand.
First, skip the awkward silence, we've already got the words.
And so then I just kind of like manufacture some fake little
It must be something more than something. Too long to end up here together.
and yeah, there's like a nice looking done brow. So I'm gonna do the other one now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go underneath to kind of like smoke out my eyes here with the same Morphe palette. So again, save your money, get a Morphe palette. Okay, so I'm gonna take the same dark color that I put on my outers on the top. I'm gonna put that along the bottom of the outside as well. I'm really gonna go full fall today because... Okay, so now we've got all the smokiness on. This part of my makeup routine is where I like to use the setting spray, just because I feel like I have all, like the rest of it I don't need it for. So I use Urban Decay All Nighter again. I have the same issue with everything. So I tried the Morphe setting spray. I loved it, but it ran out in, I'm not kidding, 2 weeks. And I was like, well, this stuff lasts me like 3 months. So I was like, I might as well just spend like $10 extra for it, because by the time, I don't know. So I would say splurge on your setting spray, because I guess it ties back into you want things to last longer. So, and that has to do with setting your canvas. So splurge on your setting spray. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and do my waterline. This is the Revlon So Fierce eyeliner. And it's a purple, because I'm gonna go, it's like a dark purple. I'm doing fall. Save on your eyeliners. Revlon, NYX are my faves. Okay, so for lashes, my favorites, the ones I wear literally every day because I am extra. I just like my lashes big. I don't know, whatever. And I don't like lash extensions, so I wear big fake lashes every day. I love the Eylure Definitions 126s. They are my faves. I got this multi-pack. I got 2 of these 3-packs when they were on sale, and that's why I love Ulta. So it was like buy one, get one free. So these lashes in particular, they last me 5 to 6 wears per set, which is amazing, and that's why I like Eylure. I prefer them over Ardell's, just because Ardell's I can literally get one wear out of, I feel like, and they don't stay on as well. So I guess when it comes to lashes, I would say semi-splurge, because I'm not wearing like the House of Lashes, like the velour lashes. Those are like 30 bucks a set, but this multi-pack is 12 bucks, I believe. Same thing with your lash glue. I would save on it, because the Duo lash glue is my favorite, has been forever. And today I'm using clear lash glue because I don't have a liner on. Okay, so I prefer to let my glue dry for like an obscene amount of time before I put them on my eye because they stick better. So we're gonna talk for a couple minutes. Mascara. This depends for me if you're using lashes or not, because if you're using lashes, there's 0 reason to splurge. The lashes are doing the work for you. But I do have a favorite mascara that is good for fake lashes and also good for regular lashes, and that's the number 7 Full 360 mascara. This stuff, y'all, is so good. It's got a curved brush, but I love this. It lifts my real lashes into the fake ones. It also just lifts my real lashes. Okay, so I'm gonna let these dry the rest of the way before I put my mascara on. But let's talk about lips. I'm always a big believer in save on your pencil, your lip liner. NYX are my favorite. Since I've got sort of like a darker eye going on, I'm gonna go more nudie, nude on my lips. This lipstick, guys, if you like matte lipsticks, again, Revlon. I love Revlon. This is Untold Stories. It's like the perfect nude pink. So save on your lip liner, save on your lipstick. The only thing I say to splurge on lip-wise is lip gloss, because we all know the Fenty lip gloss is it's unbeatable. So splurge on your lip gloss, only if it's Fenty. Okay, so now I've got lips on. I'm just gonna go blend my real lashes with my fake ones. Also, this mascara gets your bottom lashes so well. Okay, guys, so this is the finished look. Fall, please come soon. I'm sick of the heat. I'm gonna link everything I used. I'll include even the expensive stuff, but I'll link everything I talked about, basically. Also, I'm gonna put my amazing cosmetics code for you guys below, as well as I have a code for the Amazon beauty blenders that I love. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I really need to do more makeup videos because I always forget how much fun I have doing them. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.